I was asked about loneliness. So, what has been true for me regarding this experience is that loneliness is a complex emotional reaction, response. It's a reaction if it's habitual, unconscious. It's a response if you are aware and making a choice, right? But it's an emotional connection to isolation. And what I know to be true is that when I have experienced isolation in my physical world, meaning, I'm keeping myself at bay, keeping other people at bay, separation from other people, then it meant it started internally first. So there was a disconnection internally, disconnection with my thoughts, disconnections with my emotions, disconnection with physiological responses, where you get a tingling sensation or hair stands up on the back of your neck, or we say things like I had a gut reaction, right? That's a way of describing a physiological response to something. And so what might I offer? Well, what's true for me is that loneliness has only ever shown up when my company wasn't enough. When I tried, oh my God, I remember trying to go out to parties to be around people. So sometimes people can be, you can create a shift by being around people. But again, that's you attempting to control something internal by controlling something external. So if I get around a person or people and we socialize, eat pizza, go to a party, dance, go to a movie, then somehow something will shift. Well, it is a distinct possibility, but if you're not willing to look internally, then all you're doing is attempting to manipulate your physical situation, not the internal one. So you put people around you, that's the manipulation, right? Manipulation just means to be skillfully handled. So you skillfully handle the positioning of people in your life so that you give the appearance of being connected where you are internally disconnected. So the offering is to write down or just have a conversation out loud around the areas of your life where you feel disconnected. Do you feel disconnected emotionally? You can say emotional life, physical life, financial life, health and well-being aspect of your life. Relationships can break out into parents, friends, and if there's a loved one, or if there isn't a significant loved one, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, then you can certainly address that. Are you experiencing something in the area of work, job, or career? Is it life purpose? Is it connection to a higher power? Where are you disconnected? If you find or identify where you're disconnected, then from that place, you can begin to make internal connections. Those internal connections will have you shift from feeling lonely to simply recognizing that you may be alone. And that's very different. And, for those that have a spiritual connection, if you broke the word up, alone, A-L always references God, and the rest of the word is one, O-N-E. So at one with God, at one with the universe, at one with all that there is. So then you're never alone because you are connected to all that is. So the internal connection allows you to connect to the greatest version of ourselves. When we're connected mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit, heart and head is connected, then think of it as having Christmas lights and one of the bulbs doesn't work, and then you'll find that there's a section of lights that doesn't come on. So you need to disconnect that because that one bulb that's blown out is hindering the connection. So once you remove it and replace it with a new bulb, so once you locate the area of your life that requires attention and you connect it with a new way of being and some new actions, you'll create some new results that allows the connection to move through the entire body. Every aspect of who we are is connected. So the lungs are connected to the feet without needing to know why, but we are through our circulatory system and through the electrical system that moves through our body, right? So, in short, loneliness is an emotional reaction or response to isolation. If you recognize that you're isolated in your physical world, matter of fact, if you take a look at where you see the isolation, it'll help you identify the internal places. So if I'm isolated at work, take a look at what that isolation is around work, right? And if I'm isolated in my relationship with family, let me take a look at where I'm isolated in my beliefs about family, right? And if you need some more support, you can always reach out to me. I just hope this is something that nurtures your journey. As always, be gentle with yourself.